What makes the distinction between great leaders and not so successful ones? Is it their personality and their philosophy? Well, according to Rook and Tolbert, that's not the case. Stay tuned and you'll find out more. According to the 7 Transformations of Leadership model by Rook and Tolbert, they explain that the internal action logic of a leader is what determines their interpretation of their own or people's behavior and what they do to maintain power or remedy threats. So let's look at the 7 types of leadership action logic. Opportunists comprise about 5% of the leadership population, and they're the type of self-oriented people that are willing to do anything to win at any cost. They also exploit others for their own personal gain, and they can be manipulative and calculating, and so many people do not choose to follow these types of leaders in the long run. The Diplomat comprises about 12% of the leadership population, and diplomats will do whatever they can to avoid conflict, even if it means suppressing their own wants and needs. And they want to belong, so they will conform to all the rules, the appearances, and the attitudes to maintain their group membership. They're unable to provide that honest feedback, and they're paralyzed when prompted to make a difficult decision. Experts make up the majority of the leaders in the world, about 38%, and they are the perfectionists. They are very hard on themselves, they're very hard on others, and they work to make sure that everything is exactly perfect, but they lack sometimes the emotional intelligence that's necessary to work with others within the organization, although they add lots of value. They're very driven, they look at hard data, and they are the experts in their field. Now we get to the achiever. It comprises about 30%, and they're very results-driven people. They're inspired by the future, they love acquiring new skills and knowledge, and they always seek to promote that teamwork within their organizations. Achievers are hyper-aware of their patterns and their behaviors, which actually can sometimes bring them down if these prevent them from meeting their own standards of success. And while achievers make great managers, their approach usually inhibits creative and innovative thinking. Individualists challenge group norms and they seek to find independent work. Now, individualists comprise about 10% of the leadership population. They're focused on difference and change, and they also go about it usually by unconventional methods. They make really great consultants, but within a working organization, sometimes they have complete disregard for processes and norms, and so to other coworkers, they might be seen as a nuisance. Now we get to the top performing levels and where you want to be as a transformational leader. So these 2 categories are the following: the strategist, which comprises 4% of the population, and the alchemist, which comprises about 1% of the leadership population. Now, the strategists are both process and goal-oriented, and they thrive in a variety of roles because they can recognize the importance of collaborative work, and as well, they have principle and good judgment. And they're conscious of their personal strengths and weaknesses. They highly value growth, self-fulfillment, and individuality. And these strategists have a great sense of initiative, which helps them generate positive organizational and personal change. And lastly, the alchemist comprises 1% of the population, and they can create immense social transformations because they're able to reinvent organizations in significant ways. And they are those leaders of social change at massive scales. Alchemists have that deep sense of self-knowledge that allows them to disrupt paradigms of thought and actions to take themselves and their companies to that higher level. So next week's part 2, we are going to discuss the essential skills that you need to develop to evolve into that strategist leadership role. If you love this Mindset Monday, I welcome you to go to my website at www.amandahyphendesilva.com/newsletter. Sign up for my weekly newsletter because I give you actionable tips and extra information that you can implement into your daily, weekly, and monthly routines. And as well, I would love for you to click below so that you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll be alerted every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching to the very end here, and I wish you a wonderful day.